All right, we are heading to this lower White Oak Canyon Falls station, and we're gonna camp out here at night, and we're gonna go hiking early in the morning. It's supposed to start raining by about noon, so we need to finish in time. We're gonna do a loop there, White Oak Canyon Falls, counterclockwise, and then down another way. It's gonna be like almost a 10-mile hike. All right, it is very quiet and dark. There's like nobody here, but it is sunrise, I think right around now. And it just stopped raining. It was raining kind of on and off last night. We came here in the middle of the night. Well, it was pitch black when we got here. This is where the ranger station is supposed to be, but there was nobody there. There's still nobody there. We need to pay, but we have an annual pass. This is a national park, Shenandoah National Park. And you can see that's just Denise and me there. There's porta potties, but there's a bridge across the creek. There's nobody else parked there. There's a whole other lot. We saw like a couple cars down there when we came in, 2 or 3 cars. But we're just gonna stay parked here for the day, and we're gonna get hiking here in just a few minutes. So the trail ahead is actually right there, and it's a stop pay station. Actually, I want to walk up there and see what they require in terms of proof of payment. Yeah, this says thank you. I don't know how we're gonna do this with the annual pass if nobody's here. Yeah, I'm not sure how to handle this. This is what it's gonna look like when we arrive back, and wait till you see the difference. I'm betting it'll be totally packed with cars when we get back here, but who knows? It's supposed to start raining around noon, which is why we want to leave on the hike now. We'll see. There's the noise. All right, I'm gonna pack a backpack like I normally do. We got full of food, and it's like a 2,700 foot incline right away. Half of it's up, and then the other half is down. And it's more gradual going up. We're gonna go counterclockwise, and then coming back down, it's very steep. So I'm gonna pack all the kombuchas. We got 4 kombuchas in here, grapes, blueberries. So it's 6:23. We're gonna try to leave by 6:30. Here's what we got for, you can see our kombuchas. And then we've got like 2 big bags of organic grapes and a giant thing of organic blueberries. You can see our kombuchas are opened, pre-opened and ready, so they don't explode on me when I try to open them. You can see here's the setup. If you haven't seen this is what they have, at least at this park. Trash and plastic. These are like bear proof, I guess. I still, when I get up close, I have to use the 1X and not the fisheye lens, because it's still not enough light. It's gonna be a really shady day and overcast, so it'll be kind of a dark hike, I guess. Very dark, but pleasant for the summer, because this is August 15th, 2021 that we're doing this. Here's a better view of that bridge. I guess it's a dry creek, and you can see there are other cars there. Look at the size of these rocks on here. This is a solid bridge. Some big rocks, tree coming out of it. Yeah, other cars that were there, that remain there at night. I hear another car approaching, I think. We gotta get moving. All right, we don't think we need jackets, and this is wind, actually. It's not a car. Just a little breeze blowing now. Here's to a good hike in our one hiker neighbor. All right, now I can actually see what's up here. Let's see what all the signs say. Drone use prohibited, venomous snakes. There's a map if you want one. Your fee dollars. But we have an annual pass. So U.S. National Park annual pass. Actually, we might want this map if you want to grab that one. We've got an emergency phone, firearms prohibited, all kinds of regulations. Out of order, that's probably the ranger toilet. I didn't even notice this smashed in building over here this morning when I walked up here. That's how dark it was. Look at that. Oh my gosh, this looks like a house I own. Oh, actually, I hope not. Here, you must have a valid entrance pass. All right, so we have one. We just have one, right? Yes. So we're good. Yes. Interagency annual pass. That's what we have. Which I highly recommend if you're going to any of these places. All right, here's what we're gonna do. Just so you have an idea, Denise. That's us. We're gonna go up here. It falls all the way along here until we reach this spot right here. This White Oak Canyon Fire Road. Then we cut across. We go up to here. Before it ends, a little trail here, and then down the Cedar Run Trail to here. This is a steep decline, actually. But from here all the way up to here, it's a lot of incline here. Then it's a steady, slower incline up here to the pinnacle. And then the pinnacle's like right up here, 3,000 something feet. And then down. Like almost 10 miles, I think. There's some more regulations. Old Growth Forest Network. And there's somebody's previous house, I guess. So it's kind of dark in here, isn't it? And it is already rocky, I'd say, but it's gonna get a lot more rocky, but there's no rock scramble, but it's just a rocky hike, according to everybody that's been on this hike. And this hike's supposed to be almost as good as Old Rag. We did Old Rag. People say like Old Rag is like the best hike in Virginia. We did it. It has a rock scramble if you do the loop. And we have a video on that too, so make sure you check it out. Type in A Digital Nomad, all one word, and then Old Rag, and you'll find that hike. This is more of that dry stream that bridge went over. There's rocks everywhere. I was reading some of the stuff online. People were saying that there's only a few spots on this trail you don't have to worry about spraining your ankle. Because of just, look at all these rocks in this dry creek and everything. Metal bridge, this is a bridge. There may not be any waterfalls. You're right. There may not be any water. Has it not rained? It did rain yesterday, didn't it? There may not be any water. Oh my gosh. I don't know. Fishing regulations, we're not doing any of that. Yeah, actually, if it's dry, I'm a little bit concerned now. I was thinking that it was going to be raining all night and we're going to have all these flash floods, because there was flash flood warnings last night. I guess that didn't happen. It did rain a little bit last night. We have more things to read here now. Venomous snakes. There's warnings about venomous snakes everywhere. All right, I think the trail on the left is where we're going to come back. And I think this trail is where we go out. These are these old school trail markers. Remember when I used to hike when I was a kid, they were like this. Can you read that? I'm having a hard time reading that. And then on this side, it points to what's on the left. Yeah, so we just made a right. Still no sign or hearing of water. It's a little concerning, but maybe it'll show up soon. Good news, I am seeing a little water. You see that? It's flowing down, I guess, through these rocks, these dry streams. Not much of any kind of water, but some water. More evidence of water. It's a little bit of water. So we're crossing the water, but there's almost no water in here. Well, there is some. More than I thought. Look. There's a good bit of water. The uphill for us hasn't really started yet. Wait, there's more water here. This is actual flowing water. Look, actual flowing water. I think we were just in the floodplain over there. But this has got some volume to it. I hear it, and I'm guessing this is the stream where the falls are. We're just gonna start hiking up. So I think, get ready, Denise. Are you ready for this?
Yes.
It's gonna be a big uphill from here, I think.
I'm leaving without you.
All right, I'll see you at the top. What is this? You're supposed to walk on this? It's totally flooded. So it did rain last night, obviously. And why did they even do that? What is the point of that? It's dark in some of these areas. You can see we're adjacent to the stream that we crossed. Hey, look, this is smooth, flat. I hear an airplane. It's like we're back in metropolitan city. But that airplane's way up. Barely hear it. All right, so you can just a little pass up to the creek, and we keep going. I guess there's no waterfalls yet. There's a little bit of light rain there. That's what that was. You can see no waterfalls yet. You can absolutely tell this is a heavily trafficked trail. I mean, look at the wear on this. How smooth it is. I see a sign up here. What's the sign say?
You need to move that log away from the view of the waterfall. The sign doesn't say shit. It's turned around backwards.
And this says...
Something run.
No... I don't know what that is. Okay, let's go over here. This is some kind of view, obviously. And what is this? Trail closure. The trail link is permanently closed. To complete the loop, use the green highlighted White Oak Canyon Trail. Do not attempt this trail if you are unable to complete. There are no shuttle services at the boundary parking. So, there used to be a loop that cut across. I guess it was this way. Yeah. That connected, and we're not doing that anyway, so that's fine. So right now it's 7 a.m., 0.9 miles. We've hiked for about 30 minutes. So this is where the trail used to cross over. They're saying, well, we're gonna keep going up this way. No camping beyond this point. Yeah, I hear the waterfall water. Little waterfall water. There's a waterfall down there, little one. Is this like a snake area? Active, oh, yellow, oh, it's right up here. Active yellow jacket nest. This ought to be cool. All right, so we can.
It should be a nice waterfall if it had water.
Denise is acting disappointed, but I'm going to go down and investigate. I'm not going to assume I don't see anything. Yeah, after a heavy rain, this must be crazy, crazy. Not in water. There is a waterfall there. Good morning. This is the one just below us. Well, below that point. And these rocks are incredibly slippery. Let me just mention that. Incredibly, incredibly slippery. Is that a wild turkey?
No. It sounds like a quail.
A quail? I think it's wild turkey. That's my guess. That's my woodsman's, outdoorsman's opinion.
Turkeys go.
This looks like a little resting spot for people. Now there's a little bit of a decline. That was a bit of an uphill. Look at the size of that rock. Alright, so I'm on this giant rock, which I hope isn't too slippery. And I can see some of the waterfalls just kind of cascading.
You can hear the imaginary waterfall behind us. If there was only some water rushing, we'd have one.
There is water, you can see back there, the rocky canyon, and then over here kind of, I don't know. I've noticed that these rocks are completely unforgiving. They don't bend. We're seeing more waterfalls as we walk up here. There's a lot of rushing water. If you go down in front of this big rock, you have a good view of it. might have lost Denise. She didn't go in that stream with me for the waterfalls. Maybe she's way up here, I don't know. There's lots of falls, but they just aren't very tall. They're just like a foot or two drop each, it seems like. At least the ones we've seen up to this point, anyway. You see? I actually see some water. It looks like nature urinating, but it's better than we've had so far. Say hi. Something keeps happening behind my back. I don't know what it is. Denise is doing stuff behind my back, like she does on every hike. Look at these bugs here by the waterfall. They're all over this rock. All right, at this point, we are 1.6 something miles in and a little over an hour. Okay, wait a minute. Look how high that is. That looks super high. I see like steam or mist coming off of this thing. This looks totally different than all the other waterfalls already, just from this, looking at it from here. Actually, I wouldn't go over that way, Denise. I think we need to go at the base of it. That's what I think, because that goes right up the side. You're going to miss it. If we go down here, we'll be at the base of the falls. It looks like there's a bunch of streams that kind of get together here at the top. Yeah, but so this is, even though there's less volume of water, this thing looks very tall. You want to slide down that thing up there? Whoa, look at that. Yeah, this looks pretty cool. It's actually raining. You can see the raindrops on the rock. That's not good. That means these rocks should get wet fast. So I'm still climbing up the rocks. The rain has stopped, but there's raindrops all over the rocks. Hopefully Denise, I think the trail comes in up here. Maybe there's a lookout point there for Denise. Okay, I think Denise is gonna try to join me. And if you keep going around here, you can see the base of the falls is right around here. Look, I guarantee you this is flooded with people on a regular summer weekend. And there's nobody here now. Like there's a lone leaf falling down. I think Denise is gonna make it. Let's see where she is. All right, so this is it from right in front of the falls, as close as we can get. Denise is not impressed, by the way. We're making an honest review here. Denise says it's falling water over a dirty rock, and it looks like actually nature kind of threw up a dam here, doesn't it? Like a beaver dam. That's what it looks like. All right, we're gonna try to rejoin the trail on the left. We're gonna go out there and then up that way, continue up the trail if it works. Looks like someone left a towel on this log and lots of carvings in it. All kinds of stuff. All right, we did make it. The trail's right here. There's a spider web too, look. Woo. And this is the view from the trail. So it's definitely a good idea to get down there, I think, to see it from the base. We keep going up. It looks like this goes up to the top wall of the falls. I don't know if I would recommend anyone going up there. And we just came up from there. It's a bug. And the trail marker you see is right here. Denise is doing some pruning for everyone. You can thank Denise. Say thank you in the comments. We've been zigzagging. You can still see that big falls. We're over it now. We're on top, above it. We continue to zigzag. See this shortcut to the zigzag we just did? There's another shortcut. You're not supposed to take shortcuts. You're not supposed to take shortcuts in life ever. That's your lesson for the day. And also, like how I described to Denise, I feel like there's warnings everywhere on this trail from all the attorneys. If there's any chance of you suing them, they want you to not take this trail, as you saw from all those signs earlier. And you might as well put up a sign, like I said, that says "City Slickers Go Home," because that's basically what it is. We've been on so many trails, I've never seen so many signs. There's bees, there's snakes. We didn't know that. Like there's no shuttle service. We didn't know that.
It's a national park. We're going to sue anyway, the federal government.
Well, the federal government now, they make us pay to go to their national parks. We're already paying taxes. And I guess they want to tax us again just to see the national parks. That's why we have the annual pass. And it's only $80 now, but you wait. Someone's watching this video in 30 or 40 years, it'll be $1,000 a year for that pass. And these videos will be the most valuable thing on the internet. We are about an hour and a half and 2 miles into the hike. Denise said she heard some people. And it's 8 o'clock in the morning now. Here they fenced off the shortcut to prevent Denise from taking it. Denise is also saying she wishes there was more water. There's just not enough water flow, I guess. At least not at this time. I don't know if it gets any more than what it is. Looks like over here you can catch a glimpse of where we're headed up the mountain. Yeah, I think that is the top of the mountain where we're headed. You can hear more waterfalls down there if you dare to venture down there, but we didn't. Obviously, we're sticking to the trail, which is pretty rocky in itself. Oh, and up at this level, I've got signal. I got internet. Denise, I got internet. I can get to work. It looks like this is almost turning into a rock scramble. This is the trail going up. So there's a trail runner. We should do trail running, Denise. What do you think? She's not responding. We might need our second kombucha soon, but I don't want to break it out too early. That's all we've got. We've got to kind of, when we do these hikes, get the caffeine when we need it at the key points. And then we can eat our fruit, water-based fruit, when we're on the way down. Oh, we actually got kind of a nice view right here. It's right off of this spot. I can see mountains off in the distance. Not much wide of a view, but a view. I don't think there were any views on this hike. Obstructed, but still a good view. Don't slide off that rock right there. That's my advice. Don't go to the edge of that one. Denise says it's better over here.
I have camera.
Denise is gonna get on my back again. Whoa, yeah, that's a good view. I didn't try any views on this. I wonder what mountain that is specifically.
Crap.
Does Denise look like, she looks very beautiful, right? Just comment beautiful in the comments. She said she looks like crap. But we're just trying to show that we were actually here, see? There. And is that the sun behind the clouds peeking out? Looks like it might be. Getting some mountain laurel here. Definitely hearing and seeing some fast moving water. Copperhead.
Is it dead? It's not moving.
There's a copperhead right there. We're seeing it right on, it was right in front of it. It's just laying out on the rock, sunning. I don't know.
It's like it choked on something.
I don't think it's dead. Usually these things come out and they sun. This is an area of sun because they're cold-blooded, right?
What does it have in its mouth then, if it's alive?
Oh, maybe it's in the process of eating something? Is that what it is?
Yeah, I think it's eating.
So it's not going to mess with us. Yeah, I think it is in the process of eating something. You're right.
I found a copperhead in the process of eating something, maybe a lizard. It's disgusting.
All right, I'm going to I think we can step aside then over here on this rock.
You go first.
Like right here, see? I'm going to walk through this rock right here.
Is it eating a smaller snake?
I don't know, but let me... Yeah, there's just enough room for me to hop by. See, I'm going to hop on this one and then hop over there. I'm going to keep going. That's the plan. Okay, don't be fooled. Didn't Elvis make a song like that? Don't be cruel. Actually, I'm not going to step on this rock. I might slip. I'll have to step behind it, make sure there's no copperheads. Yeah. Okay. So this is the first, we've seen snakes before. We may have seen copperheads, but never one eating something like this one is. I would just thank your lucky stars and let's keep moving. That's what I would do. I didn't step on that. I stepped the side of it because you're gonna slip. Yeah, step on the ground beside of it. Yeah.
So disgusting.
I'm more concerned about the venomous part of it. There were signs, remember? There's a big wall of rock. Here, no water on it, but. All right, I'm going off trail for a second to take a peek. It sounds like a nice waterfall here. From what I can see, it looks like the water comes off of there. We may have a better view of it up the trail. I'm not gonna go any further than this at this point. Back to the trail. And Denise is doing some more pruning, trail volunteering. Actually, it's so she can get away the spider webs, I think. Yeah, see, like, it just goes down and down. Maybe it would have been good if it went down in there. We're not gonna get a good view of it then. We're too high already. This might be a vantage point for it. Yeah, we can see it. Whoa, it's kind of straight down from here. Careful. Good gosh, don't lose your balance. Well, no, I don't like, oh, hold on, we gotta stop. I have to take the backpack off. Denise says I'm overreacting, but she said I was overreacting yesterday, and we know how that turned out. But I think that you might die if you fall down here. There's a couple dead bodies down there, I think. Oh, I'm not getting close to the edge like you are unless I'm holding on to that tree like I was. Right, but I was holding on to that tree. I was bracing myself on the tree. Say hi to all your fans inside the place.
Let's go.
All right, right now we're at about 2.5 miles of distance at that waterfall there and 2 hours of total hiking approximately. Looks like we got some more water features. Well, what do you think? Denise is still, are you still underwhelmed? So we're on top of that area where the water was going down. There's another mountaintop off in the distance. Someone turn the bathwater on. You're gonna turn that bathwater off. Here's a viewpoint for here. I want to take a look at this. Oh, you can walk right up to it. This is pretty cool. This tree, Denise wants to know how old it is. It looks pretty tall and wide. Or just compared to her. And the internet service I was talking about earlier is basically unusable here. That's the top of it. And another one, another couple. Well, watch your foot here, footing.
Picture or video.
Check it out. Hey, how do I look? I look awful. Big mossy rock. Another giant rock face in front of us. Through the trees. Look at all those mushrooms. This must be dead. Whoa. It's another big waterfall there. You can't really get a good view of it, unfortunately. Sure. That's some moss. Well, what we saw that last series, you know, we didn't get too close to it. That is the Upper White Oak Falls. And the water is running through there. It's called the Robinson River. Right now we are about 3 miles in and about 2.5 hours. Denise is doing bar dancing, she said. Boop boop. That was Usher. See, I guess that the big ones are over. I think these are just going to be trickles of water, I'm guessing, till we cross the river onto that fire road. Denise says this one is cute. Yeah, someone made this, concreted it. I was just telling Denise, I think I may have almost died here when I was a kid. Because I think I somehow, as we go up here, we started at the top of the mountain, got up on this ridge, and started getting closer to the falls to see it. And I started sliding and almost slid off. I caught myself before. You know, you see how steep that cliff is over there. All right, this is our spot. I think we crossed, if there's a trail to the fire road.
No shuttle transportation service from
Do nice
600.
halfway point.
Is
Oh, so this is just a halfway point?
Yeah, is this where we drink out from Beaker?
It's 2.5 miles to Skyline Drive. I guess they're tired of having to pick people up. Yeah, this may be where I got, like I was saying earlier, off to this ridge. I don't think I went through here. This is too narrow, but right up here, you can see we went a little higher, go off trail on top of that ridge of rocks. All right, so really, I do think I remember this as a kid, probably like 1980, going off there. Because if you go off here, you can hear the falls. You can maybe see the falls without going all the way down there. But until you start to slide and almost fall off the edge, which is what happened to me. This setup right here could have accomplished the same thing. I don't remember exactly where I was, but I do think I was here before. Another marker. View. There's a view, it says. Actually says view. So we should check it out. There's a view down there.
There used to be a view.
Kind of obstructed. Actually, let's go on the other rock to the left. Don't lose your balance here. Oh.
Hold both of us.
Denise still thinks more to the left over there to that rock. Oh yeah?
Down
Whoa. Does this make the hike worthwhile?
there. No. I was swinging that big stick.
All right, we are about 3.3 miles and about 3 hours in. And we're reaching the junctions where we're gonna make some turns. No horses, no camping. Yeah, we're not going that way. That way is back to Skyline Drive, I think, which you might actually drive on later. Wait, Big Meadows, 8, Cedar Run Trail to White Oak Fire Road. That's where we wanna go. Skyline Drive is actually this way, 2.1. So this says 2.6, even though I've got over 3, but I did a lot of side stuff, right?
Yeah.
So there's more people here too. All right, so this is the top of the falls. This is the Upper White Oak also. That one area I said where I said it was Upper White Oak. This is also considered Upper White Oak. There's the map. Yeah, we're there. We're gonna do the fire road and back down. This is a bridge to cross, or a place to cross. I think there's another place that actually has a bridge. This doesn't actually have an actual bridge. Yeah, that's the fire road. There's a bridge. There's an actual bridge. Yeah, right up there. Let's go up to that bridge and cross there if you want. feeling a little misty rain. There's another junction up here, and just go to the left if we're doing the loop like we are. Otherwise, the right does go back to Skyline Drive. We're just gonna go back down to a point that we could have crossed earlier, but we didn't because there was no bridge. White Oak Canyon Fire Road, that's what we want to go to. Hey, is this it? No, that's not it. It's kombucha time when we get back to the fire road. There's a little sliding waterfall. You can slide down there. And this is the fire road, I think, right? This is where we could have crossed. That's where the marker was. We took the bridge. All right, so this is the fire road. Much easier hike from here. Still uphill a little bit to the summit and then down quickly. So this is a horse trail, huh? Okay, it's kombucha time. Yeah. This looks like a campsite, or I guess parking lot. Maybe it used to be a road up to these falls. Oh, and I'm not seeing any mobile service up here. I think we're too high. I guess there was that little halfway point where you got some, and it was barely anything, but there's nothing up here.
There you go.
Grapes. This bee is very calm and quiet because there's not really much of anything going on here. Because there's no reason to be panicked or in a hurry. There are a lot more bees on here, and they're not moving either. They're just hanging out. I've been able to lure a bear onto the trail. Look, right here, with the grapes. See? And if I give those grapes to a bear, they will follow me everywhere, probably.
It's pushing my ankle. I got a white grape here. That's the black grape.
Albino?
Yeah.
Is it poisonous? I hope not. Is this like stone seats? Stonehenge? What is this?
Stonehenge is in England.
Right now we're about 4 3/4 miles and also about 3 hours and 45 minutes into the hike. All right, now we are about 5 miles completed, but I went to the creek, the water a bunch of times, and 4 hours. It's 4 hours after we started. Look at this little rock here on our left. It's a little rock you might trip on. we've been seeing a lot of bugs, and I've been bit by a few on my toes. I don't know if it's 'cause they woke up at 10 o'clock or they're just around here or whatever. We don't know.
Your legs, you mean?
Yeah.
You called it a biter sucker.
Yeah, and a flying copperhead bit me. All right, Denise is asking, we're about 5.25 miles. I hear Skyline Drive, and we need to stay to the left, like she was saying, because this just goes right off to Skyline Drive, and it doesn't get us back to where we want to go. So maybe the fire road ended for us back there. I didn't read those things on those posts. I couldn't barely see them. So this looks more like a regular trail than a fire road. And we're near the top, and you see these big rock outcroppings just sticking up. I think there'll be some up and down for a little while, or maybe this was the top spot, like Denise is saying. We're near Hawksbill Gap, or we're going down to it, I guess, maybe, which is at 3360 elevation. Once we get near Hawksbill Gap, we're going to make a left turn and then head down the Cedar Run, or whatever that's called. Yeah, this definitely feels like a downhill. We've been going uphill this entire time until now. Some more really big rocks up here near the top of the mountains. Listen to that. That thing's... Whoa. Oh. Playing.
Form on their own by water movement, or did someone?
Someone did that to block it, so the trail's not a stream. But look, we are definitely going uphill again a little bit, just a little bit. It seems very misty and foggy up here, doesn't it?
Yeah. Must be on the east side. Stop.
I could see a little bit of water dripping off the tree leaves from a breeze. The weather up here is nice and cool and refreshing. You can hear traffic, like I said, unfortunately, but the weather's nice. And that mist, we're also not doing much in terms of up or down elevation. It's kind of just keeping steady until we make that left turn up here. So those are the first 3 hikers that we just saw, and they went up the canyon that we're going down now. Right here, we are actually the closest we will be to Skyline Drive, which is actually right there. I don't know, we're like 30 feet away or something. It sounds like a helicopter too. Or is that, oh, motorcycles maybe, that's probably what it is. Disturbing the peace, Harleys. Rolling thunder. You can see the cars. The canopy over here is almost totally eaten away or something, dying, I don't know what. But there's no direct sun. It's all overcast, misty and cloudy. I don't know what happened here. Something happened here.
Tornado?
What?
Tornado?
You think? Denise says tornado. I don't know. Or it could be some kind of disease. These trees have been eating too much cholesterol and animal products, right? And so they developed heart disease. Too high of a fat diet That'll do it to you. We are just about at our left turn, and we're almost 6 miles, and we're almost 4.5 hours into this hike. There's the marker for our turn. I hear people too. I think there's a parking lot up here. What is that? I don't know. Okay, Horse Trail, Big Meadows. We're not going to Big Meadows, even though we are going that way. And this says Cedar Run Trail. We want Cedar Run Trail. Skyline Drive Point 1.
This trail's blue.
All right, so we just figured out we're actually that way. It's at a steep angle. So this is our turn. All right, and we're going on downhill now for the last 3.5 or so miles. All downhill and creek crossings and stuff. You ready?
Yes.
All right, we just saw 2 hikers that looked incredibly unenthusiastic.
They probably thought there were going to be big waterfalls too.
Yeah, you can see there's not much to see here. There's a stream, I think, but I don't think it's got any waterfalls. And it's just a ton of uphill. You see, we're going down all these steps. We were coming up all these steps before, but now it's fun. Now we just get to enjoy the ride down. It's almost 11 a.m. So, you know, the rain, at least yesterday, it seemed like it was going to start around noon. So maybe I'll check the radar. Actually, I don't even know if I can check the radar from here. I don't think I can get anything from here, actually. We just saw 3 more hikers, so I can only imagine what that parking lot looks like now. And I'm guessing there's probably hikers crawling all over the White Oak Canyon, White Oak Falls area also. If you can see, that's Denise off in the woods going number 1. You hear that? Stop it. And there's another hiker coming up and have to block this hiker so that that hiker doesn't run into Denise. Yeah, what do you think? I think this is one of the rockier hikes we've been on. There's a tremendous amount of rocks.
First hike we did up at Baxter State Park was rockier.
At Baxter, Mount Ketterer.
Climbing the Ellen Trail.
Oh yeah, that's right.
Straight up, and it was nothing but a dried up creek full of rocks.
In some places it wasn't dried up. Here's the dried up creek for here. There's really no water in it. So there's gonna be nothing exciting, or even when we cross it's not gonna be exciting. It is a steep descent. And Denise says her knee's bothering her. It's probably because of these rocks hitting at different angles. And it's next to impossible to step consistently and not hit rocks. I hear more hikers down there. There's a lot of hikers. Look at this thing. It's like precariously on this. It's a giant other tree that fell on this tree and it's just holding it up. And the whole thing, look at that. Well, we are starting to see water. There's actual water and there's, yeah, like I said, there's hikers everywhere. Oh my gosh. Wow. Look at how that, it's like a nice cavern down in there. Must have just passed 50 hikers, almost, I'd say. Wow. Gotta watch for loose rocks. There must have been 50 hikers there, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, I can't stress enough getting here way before you think and doing the car camping thing like we did. It starts to get very steep, really rocky. Can you see all the water? There's more water down here now. There is a swimming hole down here that we will get to at some point. Jeez. That must have made a lot of noise when it fell. Ooh. I got scrapes on my legs. Bites, I think. I don't even know what. At least now it's just us. We can maybe pick up some speed. This definitely slows you down when you're bypassing people on this trail. I'm sure it's the same way on the White Oak Canyon on the other side at this point in time. We are between 6 and 7 miles, 6 3/4 miles, something like that. And it's 11:15. Still passing more and more hikers as we go. Denise here is a running water and it's time to go, and it's tough because all these people are here, but right now I think we're at a lull, thankfully, but there's just a steady stream of people coming up this trail. Saw another couple hikers. More hikers. Looks like a big sharp drop off there. Maybe it's a swimming hole. And there are more hikers. We're like 7 1/4 miles into this, I think. More hikers. All right, that's like 2 sets of hikers. 2 more that we just passed. I just accidentally put my finger on that, so be careful. It kind of needed some leverage here because of these tree root steps.
Go home.
Just past more hikers. I see a grove of mushrooms down there. Look at these mushrooms, Denise. This is a tree that fell across the creek, and it's got these crazy mushrooms growing on it.
I want mushroom pizza. Jack-o'-lantern mushroom. Jack-o'-lantern mushrooms.
Yeah, I don't know. All right, we are about almost 7 3/4 miles through. We're almost to the slide area with the swimming pool. We're very close to that. And we're about halfway down this leg, this Cedar Run or whatever it's called, trail. So halfway back to the parking lot from where we got on this thing. Did we miss the slide area? I don't even know. We might have missed it. I didn't see any way to get there if we did. This might be the slide area, I think, with the swimming pool, although there's a lot of debris in it. This might be it. I think this is it. It's just that it's got a lot of debris in it. Doesn't look all that great. More hikers. So we got a cross here. Yeah. Well, if that's what it was a little underwhelming. So you think that was the slide area with the swimming pool?
No.
I think it was. Actually, if it was, which I think it was very underwhelming.
Yeah, well, you would think that people would clear the fallen tree out of the swimming hole if that's what they came
Yeah, I think that's what it was. Oops. I'm hearing even more hikers down here. We are way up above that water now. Maybe that's the swimming hole. Well, we'll see. We just passed another 4 hikers on the way down here. Maybe this is the swimming hole. It says Lower Falls is down here. Maybe we just had it wrong. Yeah, this must be the swimming hole. All right, so yeah, here's the slide and the swimming hole. There's a place like this in North Carolina called Sliding Rock. Slide there.
Yes, of course.
And soft. Yeah. One second. Why did you take your shirt off? It's cold.
Get out, dude!
Why are you pulling me? Oh, it's so cold.
All right, so now that we found the real one, is this better?
The real slide.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's a better swimming hole.
Yeah. And it's like I said, like sliding rock in North Carolina.
Yeah.
You just slide right down.
I slid down a rock into a swimming hole before.
Yeah. There's the waterfall. Maybe we can see it when we get down here.
Yeah, that's a big no-no with bar pursuit.
That's the trail access point, and you kind of see around. So I guess this is like considered the lower falls. More and more hikers everywhere. It's like an amusement park down here. Someone left something. Someone's fishing down here in the pond. A bunch of fisher people. Yeah. Right now the people are slowing down. It's getting a little quieter. Thank God. I like it quiet out in these hikes. I like it peaceful. We've done like 8.4 miles and we've been hiking for about 5 hours and 45 minutes. Look at these plants growing in this dead giant tree trunk. These little nodules or giant things, they look gross. The tree looks alive, but I don't know what those are. Even though we're heading downhill, it definitely feels a lot warmer down here. Starting to sweat again. Dramatically lower altitude. All right, we're getting very close to the point where we make a sharp left, change in direction, away from this creek, I guess. Whoa. So we're getting very, very close to being back to the parking lot. Denise is trying to do grapes and hike. Me too. Looks like a rock slide here. Ooh. Okay, somehow we have to get down there. I think this might be the trail right there, but this looks more like a disaster.
Yeah.
Are we gonna go this way?
Yeah.
Can you hold my beer? I mean my grapes. All right, this is not the trail. We have to make a slight right. I'm going the wrong way. Yeah, I think that's the trail, not this slide. All right, so this is the trail.
I think the weather's perfect.
We are still seeing more hikers. This is a steep descent area. We have to go down to the creek, which is a ways down. And we have to cross it. All right, getting very close to the parking lot. We've never been this close before, Denise, ever. Right now, after that crossing, we are at about 9 miles and 6 hours and 15 minutes. Was that a poop I got on? I think I recorded that.
Yes.
That's what it was? Oh gosh. Go back and look at that. Analyze it closely. Past more hikers. This is that connector trail. My guess is the only reason anyone used that is people that were up starting at Skyline Drive and up at the top of the mountains in the park and went that way and just kind of looped around as a shortcut to avoid having to go to the parking lot down here. But I guess they just decided to stop maintaining it. It's finally a lot less rocky now. And I guess everybody who is gonna hike for the day, or do the loop at least, or hang out in the water, has already parked and gotten up here, I think. Look at the size of that rock sticking out. Huge. Okay, so we're almost done with the hike. What did you think overall?
It was an okay hike. I give it 3 stars out of 5.
Okay.
It doesn't always have a lot of running water, so don't get your hopes up.
Right. Well, at least, unless you go after a rainstorm, like a heavy rainstorm. I can imagine you may not be able to cross some of these crossings after a heavy rainstorm, you know?
We crossed on super tall rocks, and the other crossing had a bridge. But it just was, 9 miles is a long way to hike for 3 good waterfalls.
Yeah, it's more than that if you go in and down to the water and take pictures and videos, of which we did. So it's going to be more like 10.
It was
really
fun watching the youngsters slide down the rocks into the pool of water.
Youngsters.
Yeah, it was cold, they said.
Yeah, oh yeah, they were all screaming how cold it was. You're torturing me. Let me out. Yeah, and you gotta get here early. Can't stress that enough. If you want any kind of peace and quiet. I guess I mentioned earlier, I think we have some peace and quiet now because everyone has already gotten on the trail. That's gonna get on for the day. So, anyway, that's it. All right, it's 6.5 hours, 9.5 miles. For me, it's gonna be about 10 because I did all the extra walking. And we're almost there. So it'll be just under 10 for me. And it'll be, you know, just a little over 6.5 hours. 6 hours, 45 minutes maybe. Here, if this looks familiar, this is where we made our turn. And yeah, the yellow jacket, yeah, but there's also, those bees probably yellow jackets. There's also obviously copperheads. So, and don't tell anybody, but I really have to go number 2 and I've been holding it in. So I have to go to the porta potties now. We're entering private property here. I can already see cars. Yeah, it's totally packed. Did you get any good news from the ranger?
Yeah, we're all set.
So did we just have to show our pass? Is that what it was?
I showed her the pass and she didn't even make a note of it. She said, that's fine.
Okay.
Get the hell out of here.
See, it's even full down here, full everywhere. We came in here last night. The overflow parking lot is full too, just about. Oh man, people are parked down there, even beyond the overflow lot.
Wow.
Overflow parking is $10.
We snuck in early.
This is someone's, I guess this is someone's house, is it? Private property, but maybe they sell parking spots. Why not, right? They're probably making all kinds of money. All right, there's more overflow parking there, $10. All right, there's where we were, Weekly Hollow. Just turned off Weekly Hollow Road. We're back in there. This road looks like a trail.
Nice trail. Whatever that is.
Someone went number 2 on the road.